be careful what EU wish for. Brussels warned over chaos of removing agencies from Britain. Brussels has been warned of the huge challenge it faces removing 2 key EU agencies from Britain after Brexit by the man who oversaw the last such move from the UK. Bureaucrats could experience serious problems with staff mutinies, huge salary drops, a struggle to attract new talent and even legal challenges to the relocations according to past history. In 2014 EU officials had to relocate the bloc's tiny police training body, the EU Agency for Law Enforcement Training, CEPOL, after Theresa May axed it from Britain due to running costs. But moving CEPOL, which has just 40 employees compared to the combined 1,050 at the currently UK-based European Banking Authority, EBA, and European Medicines Agency, EMA, quickly turned into a nightmare. All but 3 of those working at CEPOL initially agreed to make the move, although 7 unhappy staff later sued the EU over being forced to leave Britain. According to internal soundings, as many as 75% of the EMA's 800 employees are prepared to do the same and quit their jobs in order to carry on living in the UK. In order to dissuade such a mutiny, the EU Commission decided in 2014 that anybody who refused to move with the CEPOL agency would be considered as having resigned, deceiting them to severance pay. This infuriated 7 employees of CEPOL who sued the bloc, 3 of whom took their cases all the way to the European Court of Justice, ECJ, for unfair dismissal. In the end, Euro judges ultimately ruled that having to move halfway across Europe was not an abnormal or unforeseeable event for them and dismissed the appeal. On top of that, relocating CEPOL caused a political nightmare because its founding charter listed its legal base as in London, meaning the EU Parliament and Council had to get involved in making legal changes. The EBA is in the same boat, meaning its move could well be held up as the cumbersome machinery of the EU institutions is called upon to sort out the situation. In contrast, EMA does not have such a clause in its constitution, although the medicines watchdog faces its own issue with an ill-judged rental lease which runs until 2039 with no break clause. Since the move, officials at CEPOL admit it has been a struggle to recruit new talent, with many people dissuaded by the low wages on offer by European standards and a less attractive place to live and work. Detlef Schröder, the CEPOL deputy director in charge of the move, wearily admitted to Politico, "It's been a real challenge. This was a very short rush from one country to the other." It has since turned out that EU ministers made the decision to hand the agency to Budapest, out of 7 competing cities, in the middle of a lunch meeting of the Justice and Home Affairs Council. In doing so, they overruled bureaucrats at the EU Commission who had wanted to boost efficiency by moving CEPOL to The Hague, in the Netherlands, to merge it with the Europol police force. Ultimately, it is the member states who will decide where both the EMA and the EBA move after Brexit, with Mr. Schröder pointing out that the decision is likely to be as political as it is practical. He said, "I guess that geographical balance in the end did outweigh efficiency or other arguments. The efficiency and business continuity arguments may have mattered less than for the European Medicines Agency." A spokesman for the Commission said, "Our efforts focus precisely on ensuring business continuity of our 2 agencies, and that includes making an attractive offer to the employees in these agencies." Thanks for watching. Please like, share and don't forget to subscribe English News Hub for new excited videos.